Hello friends, today we are going to discuss how to find a value in a given data set when you have all the data except for one and the mean. So that might sound a little confusing, but let's go through this together. So just as a recap, as a reminder, the mean of a set of data is the measure of center in a set of data. The mean is calculated by adding all of the data numbers together and then dividing the sum by the total number of data values. So to find the mean of this set of data here on the screen, we're going to add, I'm just actually going to put plus signs right here in between. We're going to add all these numbers together, and when we do that, we get 180. So taking your calculator, adding 24 plus 27 plus 30 plus 31 plus 33 plus 35 gives you 180. Then we're going to divide 180 by the number of data values. So counting the data values, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to divide the sum 180 by 6. And when we do that on our calculator, we are going to get 30. So the average or the mean of this set of data is 30, okay? So that's just a recap. We learned that last week or the week before. So let's talk about what happens when we have a set of data like this here, but we are missing one of the data pieces. So we have 7, 6, 5, 12, 4, 1, 5, 11, 3, and x. X is an unknown value. And what if we have these data pieces and they also give us the mean? We can figure out how, we can do some math to figure out what the x is, what that unknown value is. So here's how we do it. First of all, we multiply the mean by the total number of data values. So let's do that really quick. So we have the mean, which is 6. So we're going to take 6 and we're going to multiply that by the number of total values. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total data values. So we're going to multiply that. And you do want to include your unknown data or your unknown value as one of the pieces of data, because it is part of the data, we just don't know what the number is, and that's what we're trying to figure out. So that's the first thing. We're going to multiply the mean, so this 6 times the total number of data values, which was 10. So when we do that, we get 60. Then we're going to add, let me erase this, we're going to add the data values together. Now we can't add the x because we don't know what it is, but we're going to add all the other pieces of data. So you're going to take 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 12 plus 4 plus 1 plus 5 plus 11 plus 3. And when you punch that in your calculator, your total sum is going to be 54. Now we're going to take the product of the mean and the total data values, 60, and we're going to subtract the sum of the data values, okay? So we're going to subtract the sum of the data values, 54, from the product of the mean and the total number of data values, 60. When we subtract, we get 6. So 6 is our missing data value. X equals 6, okay? So that's how we find the missing value. So let's do one more example. So I've got a tour guide created a report that shows the revenue of his tourist agency for 1 week. As he went to post his report, he smudged a value on the table. What is the missing value? So we're looking for this value right here. Okay, so remember, step 1 is we're going to multiply our mean 4,400 times the number of data values. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data values. So 4,470 times 7, punch it in your calculator, you'll get 30,800. Okay? Then we are going to add the data values that we have. So 6,400 plus, I'm going to do a different color because that's hard to read. 6,400 plus 2,500 plus 3,200 plus 2,600 plus 4,900 plus 6,200. So when you punch that in your calculator, you add all those up, you're going to get 25,800. That is the sum of all of those numbers. Then the last step is to subtract these two numbers. And when we do that, putting in your calculator, you get 5,000. Okay, so that is our missing value. So on Friday, the revenue for the tourist agency was $5,000. That's your missing value. Okay.